I think it's the first time. No. Okay, so my name is Cobi Argov. The first name is Cobi, C-O-B-I. It's a nickname for Jacob.
Oh, okay.
Jacob from the Bible. And my surname, family name is Argov, A-R-G-O-V.
Okay.
I am, in 5 weeks, I'm going to be 55. Born January 21st, 1961. In Israel. I live in Israel, I live in Tel Aviv, but originally I was born in Jerusalem. I am 10th generation in Israel from my father's side, meaning around 250 years before I was born. Already my ancestors came to Israel like 10 generations, and from my mother's side, I'm 9th generation. I mean, that's the longest test. In between there were marriages, etc. But anyways, my kids are 11th and 10th generations in Israel. Yes, 11th and 10th. Anyways, and basically they were 5 generations ago. They were the first people to build Jerusalem outside what we call the old city or the wall. I think it's the end of the 19th century, something like this. Anyway, so these are my roots in Israel. It helps me a lot also, and I was born in a house who's very pluralistic, accepts every nation, every religion, etc. Very liberal in a way, and most of my family served the country, or the country to be born, or after it was born in 1948, then the country, then the state of Israel. Anyways, at home, my mother, for instance, spoke Arabic and Hebrew and English and French and even Yiddish, which is like some kind of a Jewish German language. So these are the languages that were at home, and just have in mind that Arabic is a language we spoke because they were there were friends from Jerusalem that my family knew and lived together even in peaceful times before 1948. My mother was born both my parents are dead, but my mother was born in 1925. So meaning she had lots of time to spend with Arabs and even fighting together the British mandate hand in hand, which looks today very, very strange how Arabs and Israelis could have, or Arabs and Jews could have same goal and fight against the third party. And so, first of all, these are my roots in Israel. I am married to the same wife for something around 25 years. I hope she doesn't see that I never remember exactly, but around 25 years. We have 2 boys, twins, which in March will be 23. So this is and we live in Tel Aviv, even though both of us were born in Jerusalem, because Tel Aviv is the real metropolitan in Israel. It's the New York of Israel and not Washington in a way, or the Amsterdam and not Prague, etc., etc. Another remark that I would say is in a way my blood history. My wife's mother was assassinated by, I will call it an Arab terrorist. I don't want to get into a big argument, but he put a gun, a pistol here, like this, and shot her dead. Just like this. This was in 1987. It's before I even met my wife. Until today, my wife was most of the time black. She still mourns mother's murder. Okay, so that's my wife. My uncle was the Israeli ambassador to the UK. An Arab terrorist came and put a gun here and shot him. It took him lots of time to die because he was paralyzed. He was like he was 20 years, almost 20 years in hospital, paralyzed from neck down, and no hands, no movement at all, and then finally he died. Unfortunately, he lived so long, but anyways, he was assassinated by an Arab terrorist. Same way that my wife's mother. I had an uncle that when he was 8-year-old, this was before Israel was born, before 1948, was also when he was 8, was killed by an Arab bomb. And if I, in a broader way, but nearby is my secretary. Her mother went to visit a member of the family. She sat in a bus. A suicide bomber went into the bus, exploded himself, and my secretary's mother was dead. My marketing manager, a girl, was sitting with her 2 sisters and mother in a restaurant in Haifa. It's a city in the north of Israel. They were sitting celebrating the birthday of one of the sisters. In came a suicide bomber, blew himself. The little sister of my marketing manager died at that explosion. And etc., etc. The list is quite long. All civilians, all peaceful people, peace-seeking people. So it's part of my DNA as well. I'm saying this, but I must say, I say it, but have hate. I'm not looking at revenge. I'm not looking at stuff like this. On the contrary, I'm all the time searching for what set us together than what set us apart. What are our common values and not what are different, whatever values, etc. By the way, another aspect of my life is that 27 years ago, I recovered a fatal cancer. I was for 7 months hospitalized with severe cancer. That at the beginning the doctors said that okay, we'll give you only morphine and sorry, next to my mother, this was the conversation. But then came another doctor and said, what do you mean he will live? Let's give him high dose chemotherapy.